This screencast is to help anyone who might need assistance editing the roster page and adding the necessary information, especially when things go a little quickly in class or we don't even cover it. So here I am at the course Wiki, right here, and I've clicked on the roster page, and this varies semester to semester. Notice that I'm logged in, and I know this when I scroll over here. It shows whatever name I used to sign up, and it doesn't say sign in, it says sign out. It also shows me that I am allowed to edit this page. And notice in a prior step, you had to first join the wiki, and you had to wait for me to approve your membership before you could proceed to being able to edit any page here on the wiki. So I'm assuming all that is done. You've got a Wikispaces account, you've requested to join this wiki, now you're signed in and you're ready to begin editing the course roster page. There's some information here for you. Basically, your task is to upload a photo of yourself and begin adding information that you have with your name and some services that identify you as a digital learner. For now, it may simply be your blog address once that's created. However, if you do have a Skype account that you want to share at this point, or a Twitter ID that you want to share at this point, you may also do so, or other things that might be relevant in here. Now, one thing I mentioned before we even get started is to resize your photo. Okay. Often people upload a really large photo of themselves, and when they go to edit the page, they just shrink it down. But that photo is still very large in essence. The file size hasn't changed. So although you might make your photo look small by resizing it on the page, the file size doesn't change. And when enough people do that, it really slows down the loading time of the page, as all these really large images, probably taken with a high quality digital camera, are loading. So I'm going to show you on a Mac at least how to resize your photo. If you have any type of photo editing program on your own computer, there is a similar option, I'm sure. So I have my photo of myself right here, which is actually not too big, but it's still a little big. We just need to see your face fitting within, this type of profile. So on the Mac, I'm going to go to Tools, and you'll notice the fourth item down. By the way, I'm in a tool called Preview, and when you click on a photo on your desktop on the Mac, it will likely open with Preview. I'll go to Tools and adjust the size. There are some other nice tools here as well, but I just want to adjust the size. And a decent size for a profile photo on a page is about 100 to 150. So I am going to set one dimension to 150 pixels. And because I've left this scale proportionally checked off, it mathematically computes the other dimension so that the photo stays proportional. And I'll say OK. Notice it shrunk down, and I'll say File, Save, or I might have to do a Save As or Save a Version depending on what operating system you're using. But File Save typically will be fine. So now I have my photo, it's the right size, I'm ready to proceed. So at the top of this page, because I'm signed into Wikispaces and I'm a member of this wiki, I see this little button that says Edit. So I'll click Edit, and it brings me from viewing mode to editing mode. And at this point, I can actually edit the content on this page. So I'll go to the next available cell, put my cursor in that cell, and now what I need to do is insert a file. And when you mouse over these things, they tell you what they are. So I'll mouse over File, and it says Insert Images and Files. That's what I want to do. Now, I haven't actually uploaded my photo yet, so I'm going to come here and say Upload Files. Now it's going to ask me where is the file, in this case the photo, that I want to upload. I'm on a Mac, and I notice it's here sitting on my desktop. So along the side, I'll click on Desktop. I called it Me, which you shouldn't do, by the way. You should call it something unique. maybe first name, last initial, something that's not going to cause a problem with someone else that might have the same name whose photo is already uploaded over the semesters. So try and be a little crafty about how you name your photo before you upload it, so you don't have a conflict with someone else. So I will find me, open it, and once it uploads, it shows up here. All you have to do at this point is click it. And it tells you over here, if you click it, it's going to embed that file. So I will click it, and it puts it where my cursor was. If it's still a little too large, and I think maybe this one is, I have these size adjustments. So I'm going to click the minus sign once while the photo's selected. If it's not selected, I don't get those adjustments. So I'll click back on my photo. Here are the adjustments. I'll click the minus sign once, twice. Okay, I like that size. And that's good. Here I'm going to delete the words your name and put my name. Here, if I have my blog set up, I want to copy and paste my blog address. I do have to point out, at least last semester and in Safari, if you right click and say paste, it did funny things. So the alternate way, and maybe the safer way at this point to do this, you can copy fine, but when you're ready to paste, come up to the edit menu in your browser and choose paste. It's just a long way to achieve the same thing. Okay. If you have any other information you can add at this point, that's how you do that. When you're done, you come to the top and you will see preview, cancel, or save. So I'll click on save, and it takes me out of the editing mode back to the viewing mode where I can see my work. If I've made an error or a mistake, I need to fix something, I'll scroll back to the top, click on edit again. In this case, I'll delete my photo. Put my cursor in front of it, just backspaced or deleted, and I will save again. And that is done. So that's how you add your information to the course Wiki page.